Hello, and welcome to the Ethanol Producer Magazine podcast. I am your host, Anna Simet. We are here live at the International Fuel Ethanol Workshop and Expo in Omaha. My guest on this episode is Stephan Blum, CTO and founder of Whitefox Technologies. Stephan, hello, and welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Anna, and nice to meet you. Nice for having me.
It's my pleasure. Stephan, Whitefox is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year. Tell us about what inspired the inception of White Fox and how you decided to focus on the U.S. ethanol industry as your primary market.
Yeah, that is an interesting question. Actually, in order to answer that, we have to go back 40 years
Let's do
because,
it.
okay, so because when I graduated, at that time I was still living in Germany, membrane technologies were developed in the 80s, 90s of the last century. Sounds pretty a long time ago. And so we developed this technology then, and I started in a large oleochemical factory in the late 80s, and we tested out all these different technologies then. I developed a number of processes for organic specialties, and then we started using membranes. And I thought, maybe that's something I can do myself and bring this in an industry. I always had a very big interest in renewable fuels. And so we started actually, and you wonder 25 years ago, what have you guys been doing for so long? And we started originally with fuel cells. So we tried to develop ethanol fuel cells. Started with ethanol fuel cells, and we always saw ethanol as the fuel of the future. And but it would not be developing in Europe. So I thought, well, I have to go to North America to do it. And so we decided to build two companies, one in London, that's our current headquarter, and that actually was then dealing with the European market, and I would move over to North America and develop the technology from here. And then, well, you know how the industry has developed in the last 20 years, starting 2004, then developing it, and we got into it then full scale in 2015, and then come on, it's been grown ever since then.
Okay. You're presenting. In your presentation, you describe membranes as the newest generation of dehydration technology in the U.S. ethanol industry. So, what are some features that differentiates it from its predecessors?
So membranes are the most natural separation mechanism in the world. And because, I mean, all of nature is based on membranes. Everything that happens in our bodies, all our mass transfer and is actually regulated through membranes. So I thought this is a very elegant technology. It works continuously, has a wide operation range. And if you use all of those benefits, then you can actually get a lot of energy savings as well. And that's what we do. We integrate the system into the plants, and you can can compare it like you have. It's similar to a catalytic converter, but you have an adapter kit for every plant, and so that's what we do. And well, we have now built our first plant that's built is essentially built around the membrane only, and that's our newest approach.
Really interesting. White Fox's membranes are installed or in the process of being installed in 17 ethanol plants in the US and Canada. How has your technology been received by your customers in terms of operational improvement and operator experience?
I would say the reaction is overwhelmingly positive. Obviously, we had challenges at the beginning. I mean, we had started in 2016, we did our first installation. A lot was about at the beginning, we were working in parallel to another dehydration method, the mold sieves. And that was always a safeguard for the clients because if something goes wrong with the membrane, there's always still the mold sieve that would do the job. And the beginning was about longevity, getting the membrane more robust, developing the controls around it. And we got better and better with the help of our clients, essentially. We got better and better in this and de-risked it to the point that we can now say we can design and build plants fully based on membranes.
Okay. Stephan, you recently commissioned the first sole membrane dehydration system in the US, the Whitefox Ice XL. What inspired you to initiate that, and what are some of the benefits the producer, Western Plains, is seeing as a result?
Yeah, it was an interesting approach. We always wanted to go that route because we didn't want to be an add-on. We wanted to be the leading dehydration technology. And this is our first approach in the US. And with it comes another challenge because the way that the plants are designed, you cannot only implement the membrane, but you have to also make other changes. You have to get the water balance right. You have to manage all the streams. You look at everything inside out. And we get a lot of improvements. I mean, there's first of all, you have the continuous improvement, easier operation. Then you get the energy benefits. So we're still trying to improve this. We think we can get the energy down by 50%. We're not quite there yet, 80% there, but not quite there yet. We get improvements on back sets. We get improvements on corn oil. So there's a lot of effects that the system has, and I think it's just a much more elegant process in the end.
Well, it's really exciting technology, and I feel like everyone here is talking about White Fox. What's your vision for the next 25 years for White Fox's future?
Yeah, as I mean, I'm one of the things that somebody said at the beginning of the conference. We have an excellent young team. So, and I think it's really nice to see the team grow, the customer support team, the project execution, and the engineering team. So all of that is, so they're very capable young individuals. So it's really interesting to see them grow. I think we have now started to develop our own membranes. There is a lot more that membranes can do than what you see right now. So we want to get into this. So we're certainly set up for the next 25 years on that development. And maybe we go back to the ethanol fuel cell.
All right. Well, Stefan, it's been super interesting talking with you. Anything else that you want to add?
No, I think that was a nice setting. Appreciate it. And thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming on the podcast. We're so glad that you're here, and thanks to White Fox for being at the show.
All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and to our viewers, thanks so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Until next time.